Remember, the next episode after this is already up live and available to watch now by over 4,500 incredible fans on the world's largest and highest earning anime and manga Patreon in the world. The links are in the pinned comment and description. See you there.
Frieza! No! How could Kakarot die? He was a Super Saiyan!
So our story continues with the shock reveal that Son Goku, the Saiyan that Vegeta had chased this entire time, training, having nightmares over, and even entering an entirely new universe for, in this multiverse, in this timeline, had actually died on Namek, supposedly to the hands of Frieza. He didn't escape, and it seems he didn't even win. As for a moment, frozen in shock, Vegeta's eyes would lock with Champa's, wondering if the fat cat was bluffing at all.
Fine!
But when it would finally hit him that this was no third nightmare nor a lie, with a vein on his forehead, energy and air pressure would forcefully begin surrounding him, as he would proclaim,
"If that's true, if that clown Kakarot couldn't finish the job, then I have even more reason to go back to Universe 6 more than ever before. I will find Frieza, and I will be the one who avenges Kakarot. No, I'll avenge the entire Saiyan race!"
Before the sudden stare at Champa and his eyes suddenly transforming to a purple seraphim, he would yell as if having just unlocked this in the moment,
"And you will send me back now before I destroy this entire universe!"
As of course with such a threat, Champa could only look back in fear, a sweat drop running down his fur, startled by what he would notice, thinking internally,
"Those eyes! Destruction level Seraphim! How could he unlock this on his own? Naturally, not even Vados could teach me this. What is he?"
But soon calming down, Champa would breathe out and then respond,
"Listen to me carefully, Vegeta, and try not to explode. You cannot go back to Universe 6. Not now. If you do, and if you do try to fight this Frieza, you will be destroyed." "What? You dare threaten me? Seems you forgot who's stronger here. But don't worry, I'll be able to prove it to you now. Let's go, Tubby. You'll be fine, practice."
As suddenly beginning to power up, the entire planet would quake from the prince's fury.
"Hold on, I said."
But quickly trying to put a stop to this, Champa would quickly attempt to explain,
"I didn't say anything about me doing it. I agree. You have surpassed me. Long ago even. The being that would destroy you is Lord Zeno the Omni King. There's something I meant to tell you sooner. This training of yours was not for nothing. Not just to become the next destroyer. It was for you to win an upcoming tournament. One which Vados and I knew would come again eventually. A tournament of power, hosted by Zeno himself. The strongest fighter of each universe will be selected and pitted against each other. Killing is allowed, and no doubt, Beerus will be selecting this freezer. If you can wait 1 week, you will see him there, and you will fight to the death. The winner will even get a wish on the Super Dragon Balls, the kind that can grant any wish. You could even bring back this Kakarot if you wished. Tournament? All this for a game? But I will get any wish. These won't have the same limitations of the Namekian ones. What should I do?
With all this new information, Vegeta would find himself at an impasse. If he really wanted to, he could defy all the gods and get his revenge now. Or he could bide his time and get both that, but another prize that could be very useful.
I see. Then it's settled. Bring on the tournament. I'll murder Frieza in front of you all. If Zeno wanted a show, then I'll be sure to give him one.
And so, after only 7 days, the scene would change to a familiar stadium floating in an unknown dimension. This alternate version of the Tournament of Power was now about to begin. And soon enough, on the base of the battlefield, several warriors would come down in all different colored auras, assembling themselves ready for battle, and ready to represent their respective universes. Ribrianne from Universe 2, a magical warrior who channels the power of lava into overwhelming transformations and energy blasts. Anilaza from Universe 3, a colossal bio-warrior born from the fusion of multiple fighters, wielding immense strength and chaotic energy attacks. Damon from Universe 4, a near-invisible insectoid assassin, striking undetected with deadly precision and agility. Vegeta from Universe 6. Enough said. Bergamo from Universe 9. The trio of Danger's eldest brother, capable of absorbing enemy attacks and multiplying his own power in return. Obuni from Universe 10, a disciplined warrior whose time-phasing ability makes his movements nearly impossible to predict. And finally, last but not least, Jiren the Grey from Universe 11, a stoic powerhouse with strength that is said to surpass even the gods of destruction, relying on sheer will and unmatched ki control. But as the fighters would assemble, watching from the spectator stands would of course be the gods and angels, as Universe 6's Supreme Kai would stare curiously at Vegeta and his new outfit saying, What is our fighter wearing? I thought you had told me the fighter you selected was only one step away from becoming your successor. Where is his destroyer garb? But Champa, looking visibly annoyed, would respond with a scowl.
Yeah, when I said that I wasn't lying, but unfortunately things have changed. This brat turned down the deal because technically I didn't send him back to his universe. But it's okay. We may not have a new destroyer for now, and I can hold on for a little while longer. But at least, we now have the ultimate warrior to prove our universe is the strongest. Right, Beerus?
Has now turned into a grin he would stare across the stands and cockily. As right down, only a short distance away, a certain other group of gods and angels would sit.
What is it now, Champa? You think you've beat me stealing my own universe's fighter? Just you wait and see who I have instead.
As when we would return to a view of the tournament stage, the prince, indeed in his all-new clothing, disregarding the robes of the destroyers, would stand with his arms folded patiently. But as we would zoom in, his eyes would be darting around as he would analyze.
These are the best the other universes could conjure up. Even if I had stayed on Earth, almost all of these would have been no problem to take down. Not a single warrior worth my time. At least, except for him.
As looking into the distance, Vegeta would take notice of Jiren, standing with his back turned as the prince continues.
They say he's stronger than a god of destruction. Well, welcome to the club.
But as Vegeta would look at Jiren, nearby, a pair of robotic feet would begin clanking forward across the ground.
Is that...
Garnering the attention of Vegeta quickly, as his eyes would widen and... Well, it's like I'm seeing a ghost. Vegeta, is that you? You've grown, haven't you, monkey? As revealing himself as the fighter representing Universe 7 would in fact be Mecha Frieza, having survived Namek's destruction and been rebuilt by his own men, seemingly just like the original timeline. And Vegeta, staring now in the face finally the being that took away his dream and ambition for the last few years, the killer of Son Goku, he would approach Frieza and say,
"You've got some nerve to be here. After what you did, you must know the fate that awaits you here, Frieza. There's no hope for you other than a quick trip to the next dimension. But trust me, I won't make it painless."
What I've done? That could be anything. Perhaps you're still angry about what I did to your father. What a splendid uppercut that was that ended his pathetic life. Kings that weak shouldn't exist, don't you think?
You'll pay for that too, along with what you did to every one of the Saiyans, including Kakarot.
Kakarot? Oh, you mean the Earthling. He did die, didn't he? That was a good day. Learning another monkey had finally fallen is always a good day.
Well, be ready for a bad day today. The worst you could imagine. Kakarot was a lower class Saiyan. Remember, now you face royalty. Things will not end the same.
But when Frieza would hear this, he would simply begin laughing, with his eyes closed, continuing, "I seem to have already fought this royalty, and I remember it not going well for you, Vegeta." As memories from before on Namek would start to flash across the scene.
I remember that too. How many times did you hit me in my back? Expect tenfold on your face this time. I'll see you at the end of this. Try not to die before then.
I'll try my best. As stepping forward to be beside Frieza, both warriors would then begin flexing their energy, rising simultaneously, almost as if they were partners until... The two would then fly off in speed and in opposite directions, promising to meet each other as the final two. What interesting creatures these are. Eliminating these kinds will be child's play.
Get out of my way!
As while the two would be rushing forward with extreme intensity, they'd have two completely different mentalities. Energy feints? Don't make me laugh! As Frieza's first victim would be Obuni, slamming a kick mercilessly under the warrior's chin. And just like that, he would be off the edge of the stage, falling out and immediately then appearing with his destroyer in the spectator stands, with Rumchi yelling,
"What? You've doomed us!"
But in the next scene, it would be Vegeta's turn. His white gloves seen gripping tightly onto something like crunching a peanut in his palm. But when he would open his grasp, it would be the insectoid daemon, crushed and unconscious.
They sent a little guy like you in here? These other universes must be starving for powerful individuals.
But it wouldn't be long before Vegeta would sense his next opponent.
My turn!
As facing him now would ironically be the exact opposite of Daemon, the giant Anilaza coming straight for him like an overpowered Uzaru. And like a meteor had struck, Anilaza's giant arm and fist would crash down, shaking the entire stadium, and seemingly having squished his target. But it wouldn't be long before the pure white aura of a figure would be seen flying straight behind him to escape. Or at least, it would seem like he had just been escaping.
Sorry about that.
As in actuality, Vegeta had flown behind and cut through Anilaza's entire arm in the process. The giant beast left screaming behind in pain, as Vegeta would land in front, grin, poised, commenting,
"Size isn't everything, clown. What difference does being that big make when you're as soft as a newborn?"
That guy, he's dangerous. As trembling in fear, watching, Rubrianne would shudder and begin sweating. And unfortunately, she wouldn't be alone, as behind her, a certain mechanical figure would comment, "He's a violent monkey, isn't he? Don't worry, I'll take care of him. After I take care of you first, that is, fatty." What? Where did you come from? As deviously, Mecha Frieza would appear right behind her, like a shadow, and with a murderous intent she knew would spell the end.
No! Both of you are mine!
But their interaction would be interrupted in this battle royale, when Bergamo of the trio de Danger would emerge with fury from behind, and in his hands a giant spirit bomb-like energy attack ready to crash down on both, as Ribrianne's screams would continue to siren out. But in a flash, before Bergamo could do anything, an even bigger and more powerful beam of energy would ring past, incinerating Bergamo instantly, singeing Frieza by the hair from behind.
Sorry, I thought I told you to stay alive, Frieza!
As soon revealed with his hand still smoking would be the prince, adding on with a smirk,
You okay there, you damn toaster?
Monkey! Leaving Frieza in frustration at the disrespect to swing his tail and smack the useless and out of her depth Ribrianne off the stage, just like with Obuni. But now, there would only be three, the three that would be expected to be left, with now Jiren the Grey as the last obstacle standing before Vegeta and Frieza's own personal rivalry. The Pride Trooper standing confidently watching, like he had been watching the two the entire time, and not moved from the spot. And immediately, Vegeta would be quick to look to Frieza and ask,
So, who gets first dibs? Rock, paper, scissors will decide.
But Frieza just shrugging, with nowhere near the interest in battle as the Saiyans, would let out, Well, I suppose since I've done you monkeys so wrong, the least I can do is let you have this one.
Don't think I don't know you're just a coward, but I appreciate this. I've been waiting for this guy ever since I heard of him.
As Frieza folding his arms would respond, Have fun.
Oh, I will. Come, Jiren.
As just like that, Vegeta for the first time in this tournament, as a sign of respect for Jiren, would transform into a Super Saiyan 2, electricity surging, as with that teeth-baring grin on the prince's face, he would definitely be excited. And so, dying to see just who Jiren was, Vegeta would blast off in his direction.
This speed, it's on Dispo's level! And my strength is on your level, Jiren!
As shockingly unlike Goku, even as a Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta would be able to make instant and devastating impact, smacking Jiren across the head, shifting it immediately. And with extreme speed, Vegeta would then quickly take advantage and combo into a second knee strike. But Jiren, still yet to make a move, as if this wasn't enough to beat him, would still be commenting,
Belmod did not say anything about you, warrior. What is your name? Vegeta!
These questions would not stop Vegeta from finishing his assault. Jiren was not the prince's goal, and if he refused to take this seriously, then the prince would just end things for him. But finally seemingly realizing what he was up against, Jiren would land by his hands and feet, rising up and wiping the blood off, remarking,
Only Belmod and Topo have seen what I will show you now. Seems this tournament was not a complete waste of time. Vegeta, I will remember your name long after you are gone, warrior.
As roaring to the sky, Jiren would then begin showcasing the highest power level seen during the tournament. His fiery aura fluxing as his already large muscles would bulge and get even larger.
This is it! This is my full power! Not even destroyers can match this! Nice! Now shut up and let me feel some pain for a change!
And not one to take her victim's wishes lightly, Jiren would explode forward right on cue. And not too dissimilar in size to Broly, when he would swing on Vegeta, Jiren would immediately be right on top, with his fist a blur of movement, ready to take the prince's head off. And despite this, Vegeta would remain still.
Time to get stronger!
As with a sinister smirk, Vegeta would immediately undergo a change, his eyebrows vanishing, his pupils changing, and purple flames beginning to spontaneously burn in the air. But ultimately, Jiren's fist would still land. The only problem, his victim would seemingly enjoy it.
You're strong, but I guess I'm just a level above that. Let me show you what it means to be stronger than not just the gods of destruction, but the angels who teach them to water.
As immediately, the prince would unleash what had resided within him since the beginning, the true Ultra Ego, an explosion of flames hotter than the sun, a violent purple and pink aura that would stun Jiren from the heat alone.
Well, how do I look, Jiren? Take a close peek. This may be the final thing you see. It'll be me who has to remember you, warrior. What? That destruction! It's off the charts!
Ooh, when did a mortal become this strong?
Stronger than an angel is right. Vados can't keep up with him either.
As in awe at this divine transformation, the experienced gods and angels would all be quick to give Vegeta his rightful props.
What is?
As before Jiren could even have time to think, Ultra Ego Vegeta would move forward and slam a double-fronted kick right onto his face, powered up or not. Sent crashing through the limited pillars of the stage, a stage, mind you, said to be made of near indestructible material capable of handling the multiverse's most powerful fighters. Eventually, leaving a plume of smoke and destruction in his wake until... Ultimately, Jiren would be eliminated, appearing beside a stunned Belmod and Margarita.
It's finally time then. Just you and me, Frieza.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for saving me some energy. As now Vegeta and Frieza would remain, the only two left, the winner being crowned not only the strongest in the multiverse, but also the one which would be granted any wish from the Super Dragon Balls. As turning to Frieza, Vegeta with confidence would remark,
I'm surprised you're not shaking. Maybe being robotic has made you lose emotion. Have you not been able to sense what this new form is capable of? We're a long way from Super Saiyan, Frieza.
But Frieza, just beginning to laugh in response, would say with a spiteful face, You think after that Son Goku gave me a challenge, I just accepted it? I never trained a day in my life, but after that day, I began training each and every one. It's been years now, and I surpassed the Super Saiyan after simply a day. So you do the maths. As now swinging his arms in front, Frieza would continue. Let me show you. You monkeys aren't the only ones who can transform nor change colors. Say hello to Black Frieza! As suddenly of all things, Mecha Black Frieza would be seen for the very first time. A cybernetically enhanced version of Frieza's strongest form. And on first sight, Vegeta would have some surprise, but then...
So, you didn't improve much at all then?
And on just that one comment, Frieza would be infuriated, shooting off at insane speeds and velocity right towards the final combatant.
I'll show you, monkey, what real improvement is. This is the end of the line for you. Finally! The end of the line. I couldn't have said it better.
But Vegeta would just poise himself, smirking away until... with a serious stare now.
You think this is going to be some epic final battle? One where we're even remotely closer?
Blasting off now himself, his right fist clenched with all his might until...
Get real! I'm not Kakarot! You die here! Monkey!
With one overpowering punch, Frieza would be completely obliterated, his body forced back even with all his momentum on the mind-bending strength of Vegeta's own fist. The Frost Demon, hardly able to even comprehend the pain and force he would be feeling.
What was that? My body!
And it would seem on his knees already, Frieza would feel his energy and life force sapped away from that single strike. Falling to the ground by his elbows, now screaming in pain like he had been shot, as Vegeta would stand calmly until... with an even blood-curdling scream, a blast would ring out right beside Frieza. The result being his newly repaired arm completely blasted off, as Vegeta in front with his smoking hand would stand confidently as the one responsible.
Monkey! I will make sure you pay! I swear it! Even if I have to come back 100 times! I'm afraid when I'm done with you, there won't be any coming back.
As soon Vegeta would grip Frieza by the throat and lift him up like a slain trophy.
Let go! Let go! I will, but first I need to talk. Why the hell are you even here, Frieza? I believe this tournament is voluntary. Did you really need a wish from the Super Dragon Balls? Immortality is something you could have got from even Earth set.
You think I care about immortality at this point? Now that I have this power, what I thought was power, I was going to wish to have even more. The ultimate. So no one could stand before me. No Son Goku. No you. No Beerus. I was going to wish for all these gods' powers. And for a moment, Vegeta would look on at Frieza like he was spouting nonsense, surprised he had come out all this way for that, just adding,
interesting. And you really thought you would be the winner? What a shame. A monkey like me was here.
But taking this brief moment to take advantage of Vegeta's talking, he would lift his free metallic tail and smack it right onto Vegeta's cheek. But of course, the Saiyan wouldn't move. A bruise left only, and no word until... The response would be another blast, and another scream in pain for the Frost Demon.
Now it really is the end of the line. Time to be destroyed for Kakarot's death. I will avenge him.
As dropping Frieza onto the ground, Vegeta's palm would face him, and this time from his words, it wouldn't be energy that would be firing.
What? Wait!
But in his fear and panic, Frieza would begin blurting out, "You think I killed that monkey? He beat me! That's why my body is like this! It was Beerus who slayed him! He got rid of your whole planet twice! He's the one who even told me to destroy planet Vegeta! Spare me! I can help you get revenge!" Before Frieza would then turn angrily to Beerus, grunting, "Tell him, you damn cat! Tell him if I'm lying!" To which an unbothered Beerus would reply,
I guess so. What does it matter now? He already made his mind up 10 minutes ago.
As Beerus, being spot on it seems, would witness as Vegeta would unleash destruction for the first time on a mortal and send Frieza to a future of eternal nothingness, erased to dust. And of course, witnessing such perfect usage, all of the gods of destruction would react in terror. It was one thing sensing his destruction energy, but seeing it in practice erase someone as strong as Black Frieza was another. And soon, Vegeta would be the victor standing before the dragon's alarmer. Zeno and I, all smiles telling him, "Go on, make your wish."
A wish for anything, huh? What would make me happy the most? What is my goal? I guess it's been obvious for the last few years.
As Jumper proudly would let out,
"You've earned this, Saiyan. Kakarot this, Kakarot that. It's time you got to meet and defeat this friend of yours. Don't worry about if Beerus erased him. Zalama can bring back anyone. He can do anything." My goal has always been to be the indisputable strongest. I wish to obtain the power of all gods combined. Whoa! Vegeta! This brat!
And despite the god's immediate shock, Zalama's eyes would flash red. His wish had been granted.
What? No!
Unbelievable! Vegeta-san, what have you done? As one by one, every single god would not just be losing their energy, but their entire existence would be disappearing to dust. The gods were being killed.
Now, there is nobody stronger than me, past or present. Kakarot, you knew.
As with piles of dust and just clothes left behind, all gods would vanish, as Vegeta standing alone, surrounded in a spectacular purple aura, would now become the vessel of all their powers combined. Zeno, Dai, and even Zalama included. The God Killer Vegeta had been born in the most instant of ways, and now the Tournament of Elder Gods was next. But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag tournament in the comments down below and let me know how you're feeling about the return of Ultra Vegito. Or just watch him right now on my Patreon, where you can see the full next video, fully voice acted, soundtracked, and edited for you to enjoy with over 4,500 plus other fans, as well as getting access to 250 plus other fan mangas too. It's the deal of the century.